Tias is in Texas.
What's he doing all the way out there?
I don't know what he's doing in Texas. He didn't even comment when I said Texas yesterday.
Here, I thought it was just a typo.
No, it's like we saw a car yesterday and had a Massachusetts tag on it.
Mm-hmm.
I told Kim, I said, that's Massachusetts.
Okay.
You got to try to brutally
Good morning, Star Wars addict.
destroy, any kind of verbiage that you can think of, We've got a beautiful day today.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
It's in the 50s.
Not a cloud in the sky. Going to be up in the 80s later.
Then it's going to storm tonight.
Well, of course.
It'll be all rainy tomorrow. But that's okay, It's nice to be outside again.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice just to see blue skies and stuff. So
If we just get rid of the pollen.
that's the beauty of the rain.
Yeah.
At least the rain.
It knocked it down yesterday, so
Yeah.
helps us out at least for today.
It stormed yesterday. It was
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, they had just a deluge of rain at the house.
Yeah, I think it blew through our house, probably on the way to yours then.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. What's up, Darren? What's up? We may have to do some spoilers today.
Spoilers, uh-oh.
So I really want to talk about something.
Well, I'll have to say, come Monday, make sure you watch my toy hunt, because, man, I found the stuff last night.
At my target.
It's your target. It was like, I was walking around like, oh, holy crap, look at this. I'm like, Kate, I'm sorry, anyway, I got to shoot a video in here.
Got to.
I wasn't going to, but man,
Got to.
there was
What's up,
so
Rob?
much stuff.
That's good.
I was thrilled to see all of it too. There was stuff I didn't think I was ever gonna see.
Oh, wow. Because I know that Star Wars thing you sent me, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I picked both of those up.
Nice.
Hint.
You caught up on Mando?
Yes, I am.
That's the spoilers.
Okay.
Because I'm sorry.
Dude.
I just wrapped. I watched the last episode last night.
Oh, did you? That was an episode right there.
Yeah.
all the toys. They're gonna
Well,
make from that.
And apologies if you haven't seen it. I'm sorry, but because if I don't talk about it now, I'm gonna forget about it. So
You've had several days.
yeah, because it drops on Wednesday. Is it still dropping at Wednesday at midnight? And I don't watch it till Friday night.
And they actually dropped this episode early for everybody at Celebration.
That's true. That's true.
So I mean, it's been a week now.
So here's the thing. By far, season 3 is the best, in my opinion.
See, a lot of people are complaining about it. I'm like, man, this has had all kinds of great stuff in it.
I think I know where their complaint is because it's going less Grogu, Mando, and then more Mandalorian.
We were watching it a couple weeks ago, and Kate was like, "What's Boca Raton doing?"
Boca Raton. But
okay, that's her name from now on.
It does seem to be shifting towards more of a Mandalore show.
Exactly.
Which
is awesome.
Oh yeah. Dude,
Just
you could kill Mando and Grogu off right now, and I'd be happy. Just
stick
keep
an S
going.
on the end of it, and let's go, Mandalorians.
I do have questions though.
Okay, so the big debate is the name of the episode.
Spies.
Was The Spies.
Yes.
I only saw one spy in the episode.
I only saw one spy, and that was the short-haired chick
Yeah, at the very
that was talking to the probe droid.
Yep. So like,
Spoiler, probe droid.
so like everybody else, we're trying to figure out who are the other spies. Is it just one other spy? Is it more?
Well, this leads me up to something.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw Moff in the council room
Yeah.
with the holograms,
Yeah.
basically throwing shade at Thrawn.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's a mistake.
whatever, bro. Thrawn, wherever you are. So he requested TIE bombers,
Uh-huh.
interceptors,
Yeah.
Praetorian Guard,
Yeah.
which,
He got.
how in the flip did that base get built
It's been there the whole time, man.
But how did it get? I mean, it's like perfectly clean.
Mm-hmm.
And if he had to request these ships, that means the ships had to go there.
Yep.
So there's a weird timeline between Moff doing this requesting and Bo-Katan and them going to, the planet. So I'm curious about that. There had to be like months.
It had to be a little while. Now the base, I'm pretty sure was already there.
After the purge, they built a base.
They went in and built a base there. Now, I don't know if they just already had it equipped to have type, because the interceptors went and attacked Bo's castle anyway.
Right.
So they probably already had some. So they just probably already built in capacity for
What's
more.
up with this?
I guess.
Yeah. Spoilers. Sorry.
We warned spoilers before we started talking.
The death was hard.
Yeah.
That bummed me out.
But what a way to go out.
Ooh, Darren, the armor is a bit off.
Yeah.
The armor. Ooh.
See, they're playing it that way. I think it's red herring. I don't think it's the armor.
So here's the next piece of this puzzle. So they pretty much jacked everybody that went down on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
The armor took the wounded, which honestly, I figured when she broke through the clouds, they would be like
I was waiting for a big
that's
space
what
battle.
I figured. That's
next week. Because there's a Lego set that's coming out May 1st.
Yes.
It is a TIE Interceptor versus a Mandalorian snub fighter.
Yes.
Or Fang fighter or whatever it is. I'm like, that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. So now I'm curious that all the fleet is all of the Empire is on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly.
A lot of people are suspecting the land pirate Mandos. I don't think so.
Well, see, that opens up a whole nother thing. Number one, the new troopers that we saw.
See, I kept thinking they were super commandos at first.
I did too.
But evidently they're a whole new thing.
So now that he's mentioned the ship, so the light cruiser that the Mandos
with the
have.
big Mythosaurus skull painted on the
How
bottom.
much freaking paint did it take to paint that big thing on there?
That's what I was thinking. I was watching Star Wars Explained or somebody. I can't remember who it was.
That's a lot of freaking
like,
paint.
How'd you like to be the maintenance guy? I was like, you want how much paint?
So I'm curious. There's parts of me wondering if axe wolves could be.
That's because
I don't know.
He did kind of fly off.
Yeah. And I don't know. There's. I mean, the Praetorian Guard were totally different than the Praetorian Guard that was in the freaking Ren and Kylo battle.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could have got some closer looks at their helmets and things like that. But there definitely were some differences there.
They were cool. I mean, very similar style weapons, very similar style outfits. I mean,
still took 3 of them.
At this point, we're what, 25 years from the sequels?
Yeah.
So I'd say about 5 years have passed during the course of Mandalorian.
And freaking Moff Gideon's got a freaking like a Mando helmet now.
Yes.
And it looks like Gar Saxon.
That's what I was about to say.
Because it's got
the
points.
horns and everything. And see, that's another thing. Who else's helmet has those horns on it?
Well, Gar Saxon.
The armorer.
And how did he freaking make the daggum out of Beskar?
He's on Mandalore.
Right, but does the Empire? I mean, I thought with it being Beskar that was more of a Mandalorian can make it type thing.
Well, I mean, they were
proprietary.
Yeah.
You can get the ore, but you can't. I don't know.
Well, they were able to at least melt it down into ingots and stuff, so I guess they have some knowledge of working
I
with
guess.
it. And the Great Forge is right there.
And you know what's funny too is his points was the same size as the armorers, because Gar Saxon's is big, prominent,
ball-looking ones.
It's definitely we have no more heavy Mando, which is sad, and he's the only heavy Mando. Come on, really, the only one? Really? Come on. Somebody's going to step up here.
We'll have to have Ragnar grow up.
Oh, that's going to be a nice little Jango Boba Fett moment. But I got to give him up, though, man. He was crushing it, man.
Yeah.
He was crushing
For a
it.
second, I thought like he wiped out all the troopers. I'm like, oh, he's gonna pull out. Then that red robe walked in. I'm like, oh, he's screwed.
Right? I'm just like, this is not good. This is not good. I'm really IG-12. I thought that was cool. No, yes, no, yes.
I've already seen people making custom Lego sets of that.
Yeah. Probably has his own forge. It's a good point. I really wanted to see more of these new troopers.
Oh yeah.
They look like the commando troopers in the helmet, but the paint
Yeah.
scheme was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be getting figures of that in about 2 years.
And their freaking armor was pretty freaking tough too. I
Well,
mean,
it was Beskar.
it wasn't Beskar.
No,
Theirs-
they said it was Beskar. When they were when they first encountered, they started shooting them like the armor's Beskar.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
So they're all Bescar'd up. He's Bescar'd up. It's gonna be that finale's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to see what happens.
They're going to end it on a freaking cliff note. But I'm telling you right now, Bo-Katan's coming into her realm,
Yeah.
which I think is really cool. The Mando pirates I thought were really cool.
Mm-hmm. Hate their ship got busted up already by
What
the
the?
giant
I thought
monster.
at first that was the Mythosaurus.
I thought for sure. It was
I don't
gonna
know
be a
what the
mythosaur.
freak that thing was with the big ball tail.
Just a big old monster. I'm like,
Because
is
I
that
was
really necessary?
well, because the guy that saw it actually seemed like he was surprised by it. So I thought, hey, it's the Mythosaur.
Mhm.
Because that would be really cool.
Yeah, call back to earlier episode.
Yeah, but now we got this other big freaking dinosaur. What's up, Blue Snipper?
I guess that's why they were okay hanging out on the planet of the dinosaurs.
I guess.
They're
But
used to it.
it was legit though. I think it was the best episode of the season so far. The last 3 episodes.
I love the one with Jack Black and what's your face?
I did, but I didn't. Izzo,
Lizzo, that's her name. Yeah.
she did pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
Jack Black was Jack Black. Let's face
exactly.
it.
He was too much Jack Black.
Yeah.
And I love Jack Black.
Yeah.
But
Don't want so much Jack Black in my Star Wars.
they was way too much of his Jack Blackness coming out.
Yeah.
I think that it toned it back just a hair.
Especially for if he was a former Imperial officer.
Yeah.
Bit eccentric for that, but
I think Christopher Lloyd did good in his part.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I didn't think Doc Brown. I didn't think
no.
he really played a bad guy pretty good.
Yeah.
Don't make me touch the button. Don't make me, you know.
I want a T-shirt that says "You had me at battle droids."
Yes, that was cool. That was cool.
I'm making one. That's it.
But yeah, it's definitely. I'm digging the whole Mandalore thing. I'm digging all these different Mandalorians.
And that's exactly what I was hoping the season was going to be. Them retaking.
It
Mandalore.
was, Blair. Yeah. Because to me, that's a part of the Star Wars universe that really has not been depicted in TV or movies, is Mandalore.
Yeah.
I wish they would do one pre-bombing, pre-purge, to purge.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
I
great.
mean, we got a lot of stuff in Clone Wars, but
Dude,
I'd love to see live action.
If they did a movie of the rise and fall of Mandalore, that would be awesome. And that you could do that in a movie.
Yeah.
And it would be great. Because now you could actually see, because, Axe Wolf said he was there during the purge.
Yeah.
Bo-Katan, she had this meeting with Moff Gideon and trying to barter peace, gave him the Darksaber according to the last episode. So that in its own right is, showing the House of Kreese,
Yeah.
I think that'd be a neat little 6-hour movie. I'd sit through it. What? Rob, come on.
Rob.
Come on. Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though. When he played a Klingon, I personally thought more Doc Brown when he played the Klingon.
Oh, really?
He did a good job at it, but I thought he was better. I mean, he played a good Klingon. Don't get me wrong.
Was that the Undiscovered Country he was in?
I think it was. It wasn't Wrath of Khan.
No.
Because that's like the greatest one ever was.
Yeah, it was one of the later ones.
I think it was either Undiscovered Oh, wait a minute.
Or was it Final Frontier?
Final Frontier, I think.
That was the last one with the
'Cause
original.
Undiscovered Country had the peace party, and they killed the ambassador, and had the
So
bald-headed, I can't remember his name, that British.
had Spock's
Klingon.
brother in it.
Yes, he was just like always quoting Shakespeare to
Yeah.
Kirk.
So I think it was Final Frontier then.
But I do believe, I know a lot of people are not digging all these cameos. There was a lot with Jack Black and Izzo, and no one really mentioned, Doc Brown.
I know.
They mentioned it, but no
the
one.
bigger star. Nobody's like, I guess because he did
Search
such
for
a good.
Spock. That's what it was.
Was he in Search for Spock?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that was right after. Yes.
Okay, right after Wrath of Khan.
I
I
always
thought it was one of the later
I always forget about Search for Spock. I don't know why. What's up, Dave?
ones. It's not one of the better ones, let's put it that way.
Honestly, Khan was the best.
Khan's the best. I always liked Journey Home because it was just such a departure. That's the well one.
Yeah.
I love that one.
That one was more of a comedy
Yeah.
thing to me. I like the Wrath of Khan because Monty Bond, I think was his name, Monty Bond.
Ricardo Montalban.
He made a good Khan.
Okay. I know it's common knowledge to most people, or at least Trekkies, but his chest,
Yeah.
that wasn't his chest.
Nope.
That was an artificial.
Yep. It was a piece.
It was a piece. It's like the necklace
Yep.
and a fake chest.
Yep. That is a that is a little known fact, but a fact, because there's actually certain parts in the movie you can watch and you can see it wrinkle.
Yeah.
It's just certain things, but yeah, fake chest. Everybody needs a fake chest. I brought you something, by the way.
Oh boy.
Here, have a keychain.
Oh sweet.
Have a keychain.
It is Grogu's little chest piece. I wonder if that's going to come into play. That's got to come into play at some point.
Yeah, it's got to.
Did you paint this?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I love it's got the little electronics on the back.
Yeah, which I don't remember the electronics when she made it for him.
They were on there, but I'm like, why does armor need electronics?
And what did they do?
Yeah, what does that do?
Does it do like Iron Man and nanotechnology and transform into a full-blown,
I don't know.
suit of armor?
Do this and he's got his
Yeah.
Mando armor on. Which he's got IG-12 now.
Oh, and the freaking heavy blaster doing the meltdown.
Oh, yeah. That whole scene was just epic.
That was so flipping cool. I don't even know why. I don't even know what the belt's for on that thing, because evidently it doesn't run out of ammo.
So he's got that
It's
big,
electrical current.
that big pack.
Man, I felt bad for him though.
Okay, I'm not an expert, but I know quite a bit about Star Wars. And I do know blasters have ammunition.
They do.
I don't know what that ammunition is. I don't know if it's some solid
Pulse
thing
bolt,
or
I
if
guess.
it's just a battery or what.
Well, I'm trying to remember if I ever seen anybody reload a blaster.
In Andor, you see Cassian. You hit something and the little thing flips.
Yeah, I remember that
I'm
part.
guessing it's like reloading or something, but I don't know exactly.
Because I know
what
on
it's
the new Star Trek phasers, they do that little
It
flippy
goes
thingy.
from like actual phaser to stun.
Yeah,
Flips around.
the things that get talked about. But yeah, that's it's going to be exciting to see how this plays out. Because I still feel like the Mythosaur's got to be part of this at some point.
The Mythosaur's got to come back. I wouldn't mind getting some more Grogu flashbacks, how he got out of Coruscant.
Yeah.
That was an awesome reveal.
Yeah, and I actually thought that Grogu would help Mando when he got captured.
I think that's going to happen.
I thought somehow or another. I think it'd been funny if it went no.
Yeah.
Push the. There you go.
There you go. Energy cells.
But yeah, that was man. They jacked Mando up. They freaking daggum. These commandos or whatever they're called. They got the freaking daggum whip crap
yeah,
like the Mandos do.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I'm like, they let him live. They captured him. They killed everybody else, but they captured Mando. Why?
Right, because Moff always wanted Grogu.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
In the beginning,
Gideon's just got he wants to torture him or something. Just
for Mando, or
just to get back at him, or what?
I mean,
But,
yeah, because
I mean, you can't kill off Den, but you know. Why did
it's-
they kill all the other Mandalorians?
maybe he's thinking use him as hostage to get Grogu.
Could be.
Maybe. I don't know.
But does he even need Grogu anymore? I thought they got everything they needed from him.
Again, the Grogu Din Djarin storyline has really sort of,
Yeah, it's kind of taking a back seat now.
well, it's like
It wrapped up in season 2.
well, you know, you had Luke get him.
Uh-huh.
All right, okay, cool. Grogu's definitely Jedi.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. He comes back,
yeah.
then take him to
Tatooine?
the chick,
Bo-Katan.
Ahsoka.
Oh, Ahsoka, yeah.
You know, then back to Din Djarin again.
Yeah.
I don't know what the quest is anymore. I think it's just like we're just tagging along now, like
Yeah.
they're Batman and Robin now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I think that's the reason why. Because originally it was to get Grogu from point A to point B.
We did that. Now it doesn't matter anymore.
Now, to me, it's all about let's restore Mandalore.
Yeah, that is the point of season 3, is getting Mandalorians back on Mandalore.
So, I will say one thing though, boy, the Mandos can fight.
Mm-hmm. That's their whole shtick.
Oh, and the whole fight scene on the barge, and Grogu steps in.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No. I was cracking up when he first put them in that. I'm like, no, they are not. And then the little, whatever.
Little Babu Frick
The
dude.
little Babu Frick dude's like, bad baby.
Bad baby.
I'm like,
Oh my
those
goodness.
Endurans, I think. Can't remember what their species
And it's
is.
amazing you can actually.
Grogu is a Sith.
Ooh. Hey, I mean that's the crazy part about it is, I'm anxious to see more of these pirate Mandos.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be more than those that was on
Just
that
on
ship.
that one ship, yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure there's plenty more Mandos hiding out somewhere.
so now it makes me wonder if this is the way thing with the helmets is going to start transitioning out. You know, to take away to try to bring the old and the new together,
I think Moff Gideon's going to take Ben's helmet off in the last episode.
That's coming.
That's
Yeah,
for sure.
that's coming.
So is he going to have to go take another bath, or is he just going to say screw it?
Well,
everybody else is taking their helmets off. Why do I have to leave mine on?
well, and the thing about it is though, I do like the keeping the helmets on. I'm a big fan of that. I think that's just something that is very, very cool to the culture. But it also goes to all the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
They never took their helmets off. Finn was the only one that ever took a helmet off.
Got in trouble for it too.
So when Moff Gideon was talking about the future,
Uh-huh.
which is talk about stormtroopers, everything's been leading. They've
Oh,
hinted on it
they're
for
so
several
leaving to the
episodes.
First Order.
So it's obvious that stormtroopers didn't have Beskar armor. So that's
No.
But does the ways of the Mandalorian, by keeping the helmets on, somehow transition into stormtrooper mythology? Because even clone troopers took their helmets off.
Oh, clone troopers are always taking their helmets off.
So,
Regular stormtroopers don't, but I guess, I don't know if that's a rule or something.
well, that's
but-
what I'm saying. If you look at Mandalorians, they're not allowed to take their helmets off.
Mhm.
So they have that in common with stormtroopers.
Yeah,
So, except for Finn, which Finn basically did what Din did.
yeah.
took his helmet off. Got in trouble for it.
Yep.
Except Finn didn't go
It's
back.
out.
You know, there's a lot of interesting things, but man, I so hope they stick with this Mandalorian thing, because I love the Mandalorian stuff. I think it's amazing. I like the differences. I like the all the different colors. I love there's if you go online and look, there's tons of Mandalorian clans.
Mhm.
A lot of that stuff needs to be, I think researched and brought more into the
There's
show. And,
so much more to Mandalorians. It's
Yeah.
a very rich.
yes,
Rich
and it never
mind
was
there.
really explored. Not in movies, not in TV
No.
shows until now. Is there only one armorer?
I'm still trying to figure out what exactly is her station.
I thought she was like a leader
I
up
thought she
until
was-
now.
Evidently, she's the leader of the covert, but I'm like, is she higher than Bo-Katan, or is it like
She's not acting
Bo-Katan?
like it.
Is like Bo-Katan the president and
She's
the
the vice
armor's the
president?
Pope?
Well, I do know there is a lot of religious stuff related to the armor
Uh-huh.
and the code. So she does remind me more of a priestess,
Yeah, that's kind of the take. She's more of the
counselor,
spiritual leader of the Mandalorians, and Bo's going to be the
actual
military
leader.
and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we noticed that, Dave. Yeah. So we were talking about, could the an armor be a spy? Man, if that's the case, that's gonna suck.
Yeah,
Because
I like the armor.
I like the armor too. I
don't
like the
know if I want it to be a
mystique.
villain.
I would rather it be Axe Wolves or something.
Yeah, at this point it would make more sense.
No. Well, no, it can't be one of the pirates, because the pirates didn't know the people were there until they ran across them.
Yeah,
I was thinking, because they should have known there's a freaking base there.
yeah. One other thing. Gideon knew Bo had the saber, the dark saber.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
How did he know she had gotten the dark saber back?
Yeah. Because he gave that back to her on the planet with Jack Black's planet.
Yeah.
And the only people, there was none of the armorer tribe there.
Nope.
That was just Bo-Katan, Din, Grogu, and Axe Wolves' group.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lizzo and them didn't know about it. Their characters didn't know
They
about it.
wouldn't care.
Because it was during that fight.
Yeah, that was afterwards. They were done with them.
So Axe Wolves could be the spy. He could be the spy. And if that's the case,
It's R5. Hey, where was R5? I didn't see him.
maybe the dark saber has a hidden communicator in it that they just listen to everybody.
Maybe it has a tracker in it.
That's a good point, though. That's a good point, because that was getting back on the field during their fight
Yep.
for leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And then Din's like, hey, this was taken from me, Bo, blah, blah, blah. So if there's a spy that told Moff that she had the dark saber back, then it had to be someone during that scene.
It's Casca Reeves. She's the only one that hasn't been acting suspicious. So that's the one it's going to be, because they haven't even hinted that it's her.
And she's jealous of Bo-Katan, or angry because she gave up or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Mystery solved.
That's actually good. It's got to be one of those that was with her.
It's got to be one of the
Those
night
three
owls.
key, yeah, because there's Axe and the two Night Owls.
Yeah.
That was with Bo-Katan when she helped Mando, during that one scene.
It was just three of them. It was.
You
it
had
was
Axe and
it
the
was
two
Bo,
girls.
It was Bo, Casca Reeves, and Axe. It was just those three.
Was it just those three?
Yeah,
I thought
it
it
was
was.
just those three.
I thought it was Bo and three more.
No.
Okay, so it's either Axe
It's one
or
of those three.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
obviously not Bo.
What was the reasons, Rob? Educate us. Maybe
Last
stormtroopers are Mandalorians. It's been brainwashed.
Nah.
And then you got to ask yourself a question. By the time that the Empire, They're excited.
Yeah.
So by the time that the Empire rose, and you had Vader and all that other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was Mandalore completely gone? Like, were they
No.
destroyed? Were they
Have you watched Rebels?
off and on? I
Okay.
started watching again.
They're actually in there.
Be faithless. Yep. So the rebels would gain into their okay.
Alright.
Enemy.
Because during about 5 years before A New Hope, Mandalore's still kicking around.
Right.
They've actually, a lot of them have joined the Empire. That's where the super commandos come in.
Okay.
And that is the point where the regular Mandalorians that wouldn't join the Empire were standing against them. That's why they got bombed. All that took place probably...
So the Purge.
Yeah, the Purge actually probably took place during the original trilogy.
So technically what we're seeing now in this week's episode, Luke and them's out there kicking around.
Well, we already know Luke's kicking around. This is...
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
We're probably 5 years, no, probably about 7 years past Return of the Jedi at this point.
Okay. It's just weird that you didn't really hear or see or anything. Of course, I understand why, because
I mean,
it's all about
had
Luke and
show
Laura
up.
and Han, blah, 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 Vader.
Luke and
So,
Laura, you watching General Hospital, man?
no, it's one of those things to where it's like there's you're going to see the armor today at Comic-Con? What? Yes. No, it's just weird though, because when you think about all the stuff that went on from Star Wars in 1979 all the way up till Rey,
Yeah.
and to
Who's
leave
coming
out,
back?
to leave out this vital group of people,
Yeah.
sort of defeating in a way, because it's characters you could have thrown in here and there. I mean, you had Boba Fett,
Mm-hmm.
which technically Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But
Whether he claims it or not.
Right.
He is.
But you could have thrown in some of those characters, and
Yeah.
it's an afterthought. It's an afterthought thing that happens to me when I watch this crap. I said, "Oh man, why do we have to wait for this?" Which is the reason why I'd love to see a Bo-Katan or a Mandalore movie or something that really took you from the division of the tribes, the politics of it, the bombing. We've seen glimpses of the bombing.
Well, the whole division, that's just a Mandalorian thing.
Yeah.
It's always
Oh
been
yeah,
around.
it's like the
That was
Native
in-
American Indians.
That was in Clone Wars. I mean,
Yep.
you had Duchess Satine who was trying to make Mandalorians peaceful, which was
Yep.
never going to work.
Mandalorians and Klingons have a lot in common.
Very, very much, yes.
They really do.
Very similar cultures.
Honor,
Honor.
and then they got the Roman thing going on.
Yeah.
I'm just freaking dadgum.
I don't think the Purge was during the Clone Wars. There was another one of their civil wars was during it.
And we really don't have a good backstory on actually Mando himself.
I mean, we know he was
He's Mandalorian.
on a planet. I'm still not sure what planet that was.
Yeah, we
Super
saw
battle
those.
droids came in, and then the Death Watch showed up and rescued him.
Oh, and when
Or
they
Children
said
of the
there's no
Watch.
more Death Watch,
Yeah, there's no.
they got some Death Watch armor in this
I know.
last
I'm
week.
I'm like,
Axe Wolves is wearing Death Watch
actually, he's
armor.
got the symbol on his shoulder. I'm like, what do you mean there's no more Death Watch?
Please, I got about 70 of them says there is still Death Watch. And the whole freaking, did you notice the one dude with his blaster, how it hooked to his,
I had it hooked to his jetpack. Yeah, I saw that.
first time I ever saw him do that, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I mean, I know Paz Vizsla, he does.
Yeah,
that,
he
but
can-
he's got he's an exception. He's got the big heavy gun. It makes
Yes.
sense. But I'm like, everybody else had their guns already. Dude hits the ground, then pulls his gun. I'm like, what if you got jumped on the way down, man? Why didn't you
Yeah.
have that out?
Like, come on, dude. But yeah, the now that Paz is gone.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
you're right, Chris, because I think Death Watch pretty much became the Super Commandos because they went with the Empire. Because that was
Yeah.
Maul was running them,
Yeah, Maul had.
and then
yeah.
the Emperor came in, kicked his butt, and killed Savage.
Yeah, because
So
Maul
he
had.
took over the Death Watch, and so those went with Gar Saxon and all them
Yep.
became the Super Commandos.
Yeah.
Spoilers all over the place if you haven't seen all this stuff.
So now I have to rethink my freaking heavy Mando armor. Dang it. That was sad though.
Yeah.
Man. That was because he's like my record, you know. I mean, he's like a.
Don't get me started on Bad Batch, man.
He was like a main. I mean, to me, that's like a main blow.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have just assumed.
It's like killing off Han Solo, man.
Yeah, so yeah, we were talking about that. It's the same. When you sit her day, ask her, "Hey, are you a spy?"
Yeah. See what kind of response you.
That's what you need to do in the autograph. I am the spy.
I was going to say that, Dave. Put a bunch of holes in the armor. But I wasn't going to go there. But okay, you went there.
I saw a guy post on social media that that's true. He does have to get rescued every episode now, except yesterday.
Oh, the armor, the actress that, speaking of her, she did post something on Twitter the other day, the Giancarlo Esposito. And I think it's been deleted since then, but it says, "I'll be your wingman anytime."
Interesting.
All right, what is that supposed to mean?
Long live the Empire, says he responds. Ooh, maybe she's a night sister.
Just whisper Hell Hydra.
Hell Hydra. Hell Hydra. Oh no, Hydra's this.
Yeah, Hell Hydra.
Oh, but I was watching on social media the other day. There's a guy went to a con, and I forgot his name. It's Bob something. I think the guy that voices Wrecker. Bob.
Oh, well, the same guy does all the Bad Batch.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got
yeah.
an amazing voice.
I'm blanking on his name.
I think his first name's Bob. I think. I want to say Wecker, but that ain't right. Anyway, he had his Wrecker helmet autographed by him. And I thought that would be cool.
Steve Weintraub?
No, I'm thinking it's Bob. Come on, guys. There's 61 of y'all. Who's
Come on, Rob. Who's the voice of all the clones?
Because I was looking on Wikipedia, and I mean, he's done. Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah.
I'm like, got probably the prettiest actress in the series, and got a helmet on her the whole time.
Is it really her?
I
Or
think that
she's
actually
just
is
a
her the whole
voice?
time.
Because it makes.
she is in the,
Now, here's another thing, too. Now, this would actually be a good question to ask her. If you really want a serious question, because I already know the answer to this, because they had to do this the same way they did Vader. There's no way these people are actually talking in the helmets.
no, I'm sure.
So this is an
recorded.
after a voice
They
thing.
probably do it, then they go back and do post-recording and clean up the audio.
But that, because you guys have heard me talk with a helmet on. You ain't going to be talking that clear.
No.
I don't care if you got a mic in it or not. It's just... But yeah, you need to ask her if she's the spy. Spy. But yeah, it's definitely a freaking great season this year. And it makes you wonder.
D. Bradley Baker, that's his name.
D. Okay. I had a B for Bob, but it was Bradley. Yep, D. Because I knew his three names. But he wrote on the helmet, boom. Wrote his name, and then underneath that, boom. So. But yeah, so what do you want to talk about with the Bad Batch? You said don't get you started on it.
No. You are caught up, right?
Oh yeah, I'm caught up.
Everybody else out there caught up?
I don't care.
It's been weeks.
I don't care.
Do you think he's gone? Like, is he dead, or is that we didn't see him hit the ground, so maybe somebody swooped in and caught him, or
That's a hard one. I mean, well, I have heard that because we're on what, season 2 or 3? We're on season 3 of.
We just wrapped up season 2. Season 3 is going to be the last one.
It's going to be the last one.
They announced that at Celebration.
So, which is sad. Logic says he's gone, you know, but again, Bad Batch has sort of lost focus to a certain degree.
Think so?
I feel like it has.
See, I think it's just now finding its focus.
Well, what I mean by that is like when you look at the very first season, you know, Force 99, blah blah blah. They were, you know, bad A's, you know. And
they're the A team of the Star Wars universe.
And then it's like, you know, you had the whole Omega thing, but now it's like, hey, you know, Hunter's like, maybe we need to be peaceful and retire, and you know, blah blah blah. And I don't know. It's doesn't seem to be as near as action based compared to season 1.
Yeah.
Seems the Omega's growing up, which is good. But we still don't understand, you know, what's going on with Crosshair as much. You know, there's just little gaps. There's little gaps in it.
I mean, Crosshair was about 2 episodes. They were probably the 2 best episodes of the season.
Yeah. And then he's turning basically like getting a conscience again, you think.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
He's finally figuring out that the Empire has no interest in him.
Yeah.
So.
But if Tech's gone, that's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, you don't even have a Bad Batch no more.
Yeah.
If you think about it, Echo's already gone.
Yeah, and that was my whole thing. Like, Tech and Echo can kind of serve the same purpose. So, like, do you really need both of them?
But you can't.
But then they sent Echo off to be with Rex. I'm like, well.
And face it, Tech is the brains.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It ain't Wrecker. Hunter is honestly, to me, sort of getting a little on the wimpy side.
Well, Hunter,
you know?
Hunter just wants to take care of Omega, and he's kind of done with it.
He's turned into dad.
He's
dad mode. Yeah.
He's gone full dad mode.
But of course, I've not been a big fan of their whole uniform change either.
Yeah. Of course, back to toys. We might actually talk about toys today. But they announced the season 2 figures are coming, but they're all Walmart exclusives.
Well, all right then. We'll see them in 2026.
You won't ever see them. It's going to be like the 332nd Ahsoka figures.
Oh, yeah.
I never saw a single one of those on the bag.
Well, it's like at our freaking artillery, our mortar trooper, and a freaking artillery trooper. I've only found one. I've only seen and found one.
I've seen them like 3 times within like a 3-day period, and then although that entire wave's dried up, I've seen like Cassian and what's her name from Mando once or twice since then. Every other figure from that way is gone.
But we will talk about toys. There's one particular toy I'm going to talk about, and it's actually in Monday's video. But I'm going to talk about it today.
All right.
So, it's a Star Wars toy. Have you seen the Speeder Bike Scout Trooper?
Yes. I saw it at GameStop last night.
Okay. How much was it at GameStop?
They didn't have a price on it, but I'm thinking it was like 27 something.
Walmart has it.
This one here?
No.
We're talking Black Series?
Yes.
Okay.
Hickson.
Hickson.
$44.95.
What?
Is what it scanned.
That's got to be like a third-party seller, and they just pull the wrong price.
I don't know.
They can keep it.
If they've got it at GameStop for $20, then that's a good deal.
Because I picked up Wicket, which is the exact. I mean, it's 40th Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Well, no, this is like the little 3 3/4. It's got the box. It's like that Dark Trooper box. You know, 'cause that Dark Trooper was freaking $30.
Yeah, the Dark Trooper was, but it's a big deluxe figure. But like I picked up the Wicket, and it was I want to say, because I saw the Gamorrean Guard and Han Solo last night at Target, and they were like 24 something.
Right.
Well, Han was. I think the Gamorrean might be a little bit more. But
I was blown away when I scanned that. I was like, wow.
I think that's just a screw up on the app or something. There's
don't
no way
know.
that thing's $44.
No, if it is, it's going to be a peg warmer. But it wouldn't surprise me. It literally would not surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it. That's why I wish Walmart had scanners like Target.
Well, they used to, but they got rid of them. Now everything's on that app. That app, you can't trust it ever.
No.
And then you scan something, they show it to them like, well, we don't go by that. I'm like, well, what do you go by then?
They've actually done that to me before. Hasbro has lost their mind.
When it comes to price, they have.
Well, except for G.I. Joe. Hasbro is
That's still reasonable.
And I do understand licensing, and I talked about that in the video, but, you know, at some point, I mean, you can still buy G.I. Joes for $19, you know?
Yeah. Target has
All
them
day
for
long.
$19.99.
Yeah,
Still.
all day long. So to me, it's almost like you're trying to regain losses during the pandemic via price increases, and I mean, I just saw today D&D stuff on clearance
Oh, did you?
at Target. D&D, the new D&D stuff.
Oh, yeah. That Power Rangers figure that was like the blue cop or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't been out 3 weeks, and it's like $10 at Target
Yep.
already.
So
What happened?
$35.99 in Canada. Wow. Wow.
Exchange rate will kill you in Canada.
That is true. I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, it makes it hard to collect. I will say this: I went to Ollie's the other day. Me and Kim went. She needed just to get out of the house after her surgery and stuff. And so we went down to Ollie's, and you remember the Captain America figure, Marvel Legends, where we had the 2 Wakandan shields that everybody was trying to find?
Yeah.
4 cases of them,
Really?
$10 a piece.
The Hickson one?
No, down in Dalton.
Oh, Dalton. Okay.
Yeah, that Captain America that everybody tried to find way back. This was before the pandemic.
Yeah, that was like part of the 10th anniversary league, wasn't it?
Infinity Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
3 cases.
Wow. Well, I was the one in Hickson. They had probably about 3 cases of Dr. Evazon.
Oh, that's the old creepy looking face dude
from New Hope.
Yeah, they had some of those down at.
Yeah.
What I need to do is try to find some freaking daggum shore troopers at Ollie's.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I was hoping to find down there.
Kent, his Ollie's is stacked. I'm like, how in the world?
$7 a piece.
And I've been seeing, saw something last night. They're finding, Hydra Stompers at Ross for like $12. I'm like, really?
When I see things like that, it literally.
But it's all on the West Coast.
Yeah. But yeah, but I will say this though. Now, if I wanted to Army build Captain Americas, man, I could have done it. I could be literally. I mean, $10 a piece, you can't beat it. I actually did pick up you remember the gray suited Black Widow?
Yeah.
They had one of her there for $10. It was $9.99. I grabbed another one of hers.
Over here had the white one.
They had the white one, the 2-pack with Red Guardian. Had that one. I am on the hunt.
What are you on the hunt for?
Don't know. But yeah, that's when I saw that picture that Kim posted. I was just like, oh my God, freaking shore troopers. But see, that's the bad thing about our area. Troopers don't stay on pegs.
No.
They fly off the pegs. I mean, gone. So I got my DC. I don't know if you saw last week's stream when I showed that DC 15.
Oh yeah, your block build or whatever that is.
No, that DC 15.
Oh, the gun. Yeah. 5 foot long.
There's no way.
Boy, did you scale that thing right?
No, it's literally a 1-to-1 scale. But if you compare it to the one for the Hot Toys,
Yeah.
that's
They're
literally
massive.
how big it was.
Yeah.
I'm just like, holy crap! It's made out of plastic and it was offered. I can't imagine metal. That thing could weigh 40 pounds.
You'd have to be a heavy man to be able to lift it.
It's actually as big as my my heavy Mandalorian blaster.
Is it?
I mean, it's it's way. I mean, you got this much trigger and stock and
Dude.
that much barrel.
Take your heavy Mando, kind of paint it red and everything, stick some LEDs in it, and make it the overheated version.
Oh, overheated.
That would be wicked.
Oh, that would be. That would be.
There you go.
And the crazy thing about it is, I think I've got a set of barrels that failed
Uh-huh.
that I kept the pieces to.
There you
And
go.
if that's the case, then that would the new the Batmobile from McFarlane. That I'm anxious to see that one.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to see that
It's
one.
been showing up at Macy's. I think that's right.
I don't think we'll ever see it in our Targets.
It's wherever they have the Toys R Us. I think that's probably
Oh,
Macy's.
yeah.
We don't have Macy's around here, so.
So there's a couple. I know last week at the house I showed everybody the cockpit for
Yeah.
the clone gunship.
Mm-hmm. That thing's gonna be huge.
I'm printing off now the lower sections for that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm doing the whole front of the ship right now.
How do you do the balls? That's what I'm trying to figure out, the ball treads. How in the world are you supposed to do that?
Those are actually the assembly manual. It's actually a whole bunch of triangles that you print out in clear resin, and you adhere them together
Okay.
to make the ball. But yeah, huge ain't even a freaking word for it yet.
So, still don't know what you're going to do with that thing.
Well, that's the thing, because the cockpit of it. So the piece I'm printing off right now is the nose cone, the nose, and it's literally taking up a whole print bed wide. It's going to be about yay tall. It slopes up. Then that piece, those two pieces already printed. They'll fit down on top of it. And then I've got the back section that attaches to that. So it'll be from the cockpit area. That's how long it'll be, but it'll probably be about this tall.
Phew.
I'll bring it next weekend. It should be done by next weekend or the weekend after.
Next weekend's big neighborhood yard sale. So
Oh, okay.
I won't be out next
So weekend after that, I'll bring it, and that way you can actually see it. But I may stop right there at that point because I've printed out 6 1/12 scale Kyber crystal crates. I've got the Kyber crystal containers that I've still got to put together. I'm trying to print in clear resin the crystals themselves because there's a guy that's doing that TX 225 tank. That and the ATRTs is what I really want to start printing, especially that tank.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
And so I figured I'd go ahead and get the head start, print out the Kyber crystal crates, go ahead and get those painted.
Yeah.
That way, once the files get released, so that's why I'm probably just printing the first half of the clone ship, just to get that piece, because that's the back half of it is just the wings and the landing ramp and still big pieces, but it doesn't take a big bulk of filament like the main sections do. So then I'm gonna resin print the hatches, the cockpit hatches. Of course, there won't be nothing in those yet. I'm not worried about putting the canopies in them yet, which may try to do that more almost like a vacuum form. Get some of that vacuum formed plastic and then take a heat gun and and then see if I
Do
can
you not
press
have a
it.
vacuum former?
I do not have a vacuum.
I'm
former.
surprised that you don't have it. I was just thinking,
Because the only thing needs a buck,
yeah.
and I could probably use the do a print of the actual.
Also, I was about to say, probably couldn't do it in PLA, but if you did like a resin print, you can use that as the buck.
Well, if I did a PLA and done it like at 60 or 70% infill, that'll make it good solid. But then you just sculpt it out of clay.
Yeah.
And then, or take the PLA thing and put clay around it to make a negative. Then you could pour plaster resin into that.
Yeah.
And now you've got a solid.
There you go.
Almost like you do a casting of the helmet.
See, I was just wondering if that would be a good way to do the ball turrets or something.
Well, the ball turrets I understand because you got to be able to get the figure in and out. So the ball turret has to actually separate somehow. But what's weird about it is if you look at the ball turrets, they're in the wings.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that come out on the side make more sense to get in and out of, but the ones on the wings, you're just like,
how do you get in there?
Stay there.
I guess so.
So
shouldn't get shot down.
Bring a big ladder up and. But yeah, I'm actually, and I've got all those micro galaxy gunships that I can use for paint images. But I just figured while I'm waiting for these files, let's go ahead and just start printing some pieces out.
Speaking of micro galaxy, they've announced a lot of new stuff coming.
I'm looking for the Bad Batch one, the Marauder.
Was it Ricky saw one in Hickson?
Yeah, it wasn't there.
Nah, I'm sure it disappeared. They're making AT-ATs.
AT-ATs.
They have like light up features. Comes with a little Luke.
Yep. And again, with the Bad Batch, it's only Wrecker and Omega.
Well, why don't you put all of them in there?
Exactly. And they need to make the, they made the Razor Crest micro.
2 of them.
Yeah. Haven't done an N1 yet.
Nah.
Which would be cool.
Back to that. Where the heck's the N1?
Right.
I guess it's on the big mothership or whatever, but big light cruiser or whatever.
I don't know. I didn't see it in the fleet.
Did it leave it back on Navarro?
Well, when they came into Navarro, when they came across, freaking Jordan, the Empire there. I didn't see it in the.
That wasn't one of the ships that was flying, and he was flying with Bo.
Yeah.
Because him and Grogu were there, so he didn't even take it with him when they went to go find the other Mandalorians. So I think it might still be on Navarro somewhere.
That's true. That is true. Because surely they didn't leave it on the freaking Mando's little world they were on. No.
The last time we saw it, it was on Navarro.
Yeah.
Because it was after they fought the pirates.
Huh.
Then he flew with Bo to the other place to find the other Mandalorians that came back. Then he flew with her to Mandalore, and they were all on her ship because they were the reconnaissance crew that went down. And they were already all on her ship.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, gauntlets are wicked crafts. Those are freaking cool, man. When they opened up the freaking doors and you could see the bombing and stuff.
Whenever they drop in, that is such a cool moment.
So cool. What's crazy is like if you look at them when they first fall out of this last episode or get dropped, it's like they're sort of like out of control. You see a couple of them that are like, how do they freaking control the rocket packs? There's nothing on their hands.
I mean,
nothing.
I
you
don't
got stuff here, but there's nothing. Is it like mental?
That's what I was about to say. I don't know if it's something in the helmets.
I mean, it's too
follows
instantaneous.
your eye. Yeah.
Like when they were fighting, and Axe was using his,
Well, like, we know they can use their gauntlets.
Yes.
To activate it, because Den did it when that little creature stole his. But like when he's actually flying it, I don't know if it's like a Rocketeer thing. They got a little button in their glove.
There's nothing physical.
Or maybe they just squeeze their hands. I don't know. It's just one of those things you don't think about.
Something inside. Well, But then you see them flying where they have the blaster out and they got their blaster like this.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
So I don't know. See, that's the weird things that I look at whenever I watch these silly shows. Because I mean, I can say the same thing about Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how did he control his?
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing in his hands. Rocketeer's the only one to make sense.
Yeah.
Blaster. But yeah, that's a good one. That's I was actually disappointed when it ended last night.
Oh yeah.
That hour went by quick.
Yeah, it did. But a lot happened.
A lot happened. A lot happened, and I'm curious to see how this whole Moff Gideon thing.
Do you think he survives the last episode?
At some point, here's what I actually thought was going to happen in this season, or this last week's episode. I actually thought they would be a fight between Moff and Bo-Katan.
Uh-huh.
At some point, there has to be, because Moff wants the Darksaber. So he's got to get it from her somehow.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna fall for the whole, hey, let's be peaceful, blah. She's not gonna fall for that again.
Let's face it, Bo's gonna whip his tail.
I do think there's gonna be a fight between Bo-Katan and the 3 Praetorian guards. Darksaber versus them. I can see that
Do you
happening.
think it'll be Bo, or do you think Den will go up? Or will it be Bo and Den against them?
That could be possible, but here's the thing. That would be cool if Den still had his spear.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
You know, and face it. Now, Den has Beskar armor, which Beskar armor should protect him against the Praetorian Guard's weapons. But I have to say, the freaking daggum Paz's armor done a really good job too.
Yeah.
You know,
That's something I'm not clear on. Was Paz's armor Beskar?
Like
who has Beskar armor and who doesn't?
To my knowledge, the only people that's got it is freaking Den.
Yeah. It's pure Beskar. I think everybody else's, it's either Durasteel or like some sort of Beskar alloy. Like there's a little bit in it, but it's
there's
strong.
The Mandalorian's armor is doing just as good as the freaking the Trooper's armor is doing.
I'm pretty sure Bo's is Beskar because hers is ancient armor.
Well, see, I was thinking her new.
Well, her new one is, but remember, the way this works is the ancient armor is all Beskar. Newer stuff isn't. But then all the new super commandos or whatever, the new stormtroopers, theirs is Beskar. Of course, Gideon's is all Beskar. But like some of the other, the covert people's armor, I don't know if it's Durasteel.
Well, we did see some of the Mandalorians get taken down.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but a few.
Yeah.
Of the pirate guys, they might be.
Because we know Mando's original armor was Durasteel.
Right.
Except for his helmet. His helmet was the only thing that was actually Beskar. Because, I mean, he had Stormtrooper armor that he was wearing.
That's true, yeah. Armor. I mean, so, yeah, there's some
Blair,
gaps.
the spear got broken down, and they made the chainmail for Grogu out of it.
And I'm sorry, Moff's trying to be too much like Vader, so.
Yeah.
I'll say this, though. He sure looked cooler than Vader.
Nah.
I'm just saying. I like the red.
The red's cool.
I always thought Vader had way too much black on him.
Okay, something that blows my mind. Been a Star Wars fan for years, know all kinds of weird stuff. It wasn't until recently that I discovered that part of Vader's helmet is actually painted silver.
The back part is?
On his face. Like the left cheek and down the side of his little triangle breathing apparatus thing, it's actually painted silver to give it more depth on camera.
It sure don't look like it.
It doesn't look like it.
It looks all black.
Is.
Hasbro, you screwed up because their helmet's black. All right, we're gonna wrap things up. I need to get ready to go take prom pictures.
Oh boy, is this Jasmine?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep. She is going to her senior prom today.
Nice.
Freaking senior prom. God,
where does the time go?
God, man, I'm getting freaking old, dude. So, but at least we got to hang out on a pretty day today.
Yeah. Miss doing
Matias,
this.
I know, me too. The eyes are brown too.
What eyes?
Vader's helmet.
Oh. Well, in the original one, they were
Alright.
kind of a red tint. And they just went black, I think.
Now you're gonna make me have to watch some of this stuff again.
Because there is like one shot in A New Hope where you can actually see his face through one of the eye holes.
Yeah. Interesting. What's on your end of the day?
I think we're gonna clean out the attic and
Oh,
stuff
get ready for the yard
next
sale.
weekend.
Or is there gonna be any toys at your yard sale?
Nah, I don't put any of my toys in yard sales.
No toys at your yard sale?
I have a desk I'm trying to get rid of.
Huh.
My old computer desk, I got a new one.
Okay. That sounds like yard sale material.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. Hope y'all have a great weekend, and just get out and enjoy yourself, have fun, and just relax a little bit. So, hopefully, you'll see me next week. Won't see Jared. Don't know about Matias because he's doing soccer too, so don't know about that. But 2 weeks from today,
should be around.
we'll be, as long as the weather's permitting, we'll be back here, and I'll maybe try to have something to show
awesome.
you that. So, but anyway, guys, we'll talk to y'all later.
See ya.